What up, y'all? Alonizing here. Oh, damn. My microphone. It looks out. But anyways, what up, y'all? Alonizing here with y'all. Why does my microphone sound like that? Hold up. Why does my microphone sound like that, huh? Why does it sound like that? Never mind, it's good. Anyways, what up, y'all? Alonizing here after the NFL Conference Championships round. Unbelievable, right? Like the first game, we're actually going to talk about, Broncos, Patriots, but it was a good game, defensive game, but not like the second game. Not like Seahawks, Rams. That was absolute cinema. So I don't think it's going to be an hour-long stream, probably be a little bit shorter because I'm just covering those two games. And I guess like just those recent outcomes. And so we'll see how the stream goes. But anyways, let's start off with the first game of the day. That was the Broncos and the Patriots. And let me actually bring that up for y'all. Screen. There it is. There you go. Final score is the Patriots beat the Broncos 10-7. Like I said, a very defensive game. I think both defenses stood out, obviously, which was, I think it was my prediction. I remember my prediction. I was saying that it was going to be a defensive game for sure, 100%. Both defenses, I remember I said they're top. Both defenses are top 5. I remember I had Broncos number 1, and I think I had the Patriots at Houston, or actually Broncos 2. I had Houston 1, Broncos 2, Seahawks 3, Patriots 4. So top 4 defenses going at each other, and they proved that they both put the quarterbacks on their butts. So let's first, let's put the touchdowns, and then we'll get into more of the game.
Backing up. Oh, the ball comes out. Is that a fumble? Is that a live ball? It's picked up by the flag back in the pocket.
That was the fumble.
Go forward, because if it goes backwards,
which led to the Drake May touchdown.
It was a backward pass by the quarterback, picked up by New England. It'll be first.
There's the Drake May touchdown.
Drake May to the end zone for the New England touchdown.
See just the numbers right
and
here.
They scored and Boraka scored a field goal.
More time here, technically.
No, they're on him. Benito trying to get around the edge. May felt him
And throw it quickly.
2nd and 5.
Oh, the flea flicker. Remember the Mac Hollins.
Back to May, who throws it down the field. Is caught. It is Hollins with the 9.
And his interception by Christian
This
Gonzalez.
is a deep throw, and it is picked up.
If we go back to it, well, then, I'll show y'all. But anyways, and then obviously the touchdown by the Broncos was Cortland Sutton. But let me go to the Bronco or the box score to show y'all why the defense is outperformed. There we go. All right. So, obviously, the winning team was the Patriots. Let's start off with them. They kept it steady. 17 out of 31, 133 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, a 19.6 QBR with a pass rating of 63.0. Patriots defense was all over. I think they sacked them, at first, actually, Steady was doing actually a pretty good number. I think he completed his first 10 passes, and then it got worse from there on. Then it got worse from there on, and the Patriots started to pressure him. They started to bring 5-6 guys, and that got to Steady. Then he started throwing incompletions, and I think he went for 3 or 4 missing incompletions, and he had a fumble, obviously, so it just got to him, which, look, I'm not going to full-on criticize him because I expected this. Don't get me wrong. I expected Patriots defense to do a number on them, and they did. They had 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss, 3 passes defended, and 7 QB hits. So they did a number on them, and props to them, right? So I expected this. I think we all expected this to a certain degree. And they also shut down the running game as well. 79 yards, only on 24 carries. For RJ Harvey. McLaughlin didn't get the ball on. He got 4 carries. Just crazy. And then they wanted J.K. Dobbins back, but obviously he didn't come back. So there's 3.3 yards per carry. New England did their job, okay. They did their job. Carlton, Christian Gonzalez, the interception at the end. Who else stood out to me? Chason stood out to me. He had 0 sacks, but he had a few pressures. He had like 2 QB hits. Just the front 7, to be honest, with Christian Barmore, Milton Williams, all these guys. So they did a number on them. Now on the Broncos defense, we're going to give them credit too, because they had 5 sacks, 8 tackles for loss, 3 passes defended, and 7 QB hits on Drake May. The Patriots did struggle the first few drives. If we go look at their play-by-play, they went punt, 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 touchdown, and that was after the fumble, by the way. And then punt, missed field goal, and then they never scored again. So the Broncos defense, they were getting stuff done. Both defenses are getting stuff done, and I feel bad for them. But this is what happens when you got your first string quarterback gets injured and Jarrett Stidham goes in there. It's gonna happen. But they got that. Who stood out for me? I think basically everybody, but I think the one guy probably is Patrick Surtain. He could just do everything. So I think he was stood out. But both defenses were stellar. And I feel bad for the losing team. I feel bad for the Broncos because the Denver Broncos defense played a little bit better than the Patriots, if I talk about it. But the game conditions, right? The first half, it was okay. I think that was for sure defensive-oriented game or defensive-dominated game in that first half. What about them Rams? Hold up, bae. Oh, Bubba. Whatever. Anyways, what was it talking? Oh yeah. So the first half of the game was defensive-oriented game, defense-dominated game, and then the second half, shitty conditions. Like a blizzard. It looked like a blizzard. I don't know if they were reporting it as a blizzard, but it was so snowy. It was impossible to move the ball, bro. It was impossible, especially in the fourth quarter. You couldn't see anything. Literally, the TV, which was what's it called? Which was who's broadcast? Oh, CBS. They had to put their own numbers so people could see like where are they on the field. So it was that bad, and the conditions were that bad. So they couldn't move the ball at all. They're basically just trying to run. Even when they did run, they were slipping. Like I remember Drake May slipped a few times. Ramondre Stevenson slipped a few times. So it was just all over the place, and it was just a bad watch that first half. I mean, second half. And I think what really lost the Broncos, though, what really lost the game for them, was going for it on the second quarter, and the fumble by Stidham. I think those 2 decisions. Well, no, actually, the first was a decision. I think what was it on? It was in the second quarter. Right before the half, I think. Let me go play by play. Yeah, it was literally the first drive of the second quarter for the Broncos. On a 4th and 1, on New England's 14, Jarrett Stidham pass incomplete. It was intended for R.J. Harvey, and obviously he dropped it. And I think maybe if I could find it on Instagram, what's his name said it? Sean Payne said that it was. He went for momentum. That's why he went for it, because he thought it was going to be a momentum play or whatever. I don't know if they'll show it here. I'll show the fumble, but actually, I'll show the fumble first, and then I'll talk about it. So, obviously, this play.
Backing up. Oh, the ball comes out. Is that a fumble? Is that a live ball? It's picked up by the flag back in the pocket.
Obviously, this play is what turned around. That's what got the touchdown. So obviously, one of the biggest plays, or not the play, of the game.
Pass by the quarterback, picked up by New England. It will be first down for the Patriots at the spot of recovery.
All right, Shane. After all of that, backing up. Oh, the ball comes out. Is that a fumble?
And then obviously a play of RJ. I don't know if they put that one on. Actually, try to find if they did or not. That's the fumble. That's the touchdown. This is him getting sacked. I don't know what he's doing here. And then this is what is this? Oh, this is the one to Mac Hollins. And then this is the pick. Well, I mean, obviously it's also a big one because it sealed the game, but I don't think the Broncos were gonna go score a touchdown anyways on this drive. So, but let me try to find that. Let me try to find if Sean Payne came out or whatever. Or the RJ Harvey play. It's a touchdown. That's the McMillan. Bonito. Drake May. What is this? No. Just the snow. Well, I don't know where it is, but it came out, and I'm like for the Sean Payne thing now. That was what also changed the game. They messed up there. Sean Payne messed up there going for it. Should have just gone the points, especially with the game that was going on. Even if without the conditions, if you were thinking like I was thinking it was going to be a defensive game, you would have just taken the points because you would have just taken it. Let me see. It's probably going to be here somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Bro, I have to open another tab. Oh my god. Bruh. No, whatever. All right, well, I'll just see what he says, and I'll put y'all back. Cause what does he say?
Well, we ended up in a 6-1 front. They ended up playing like a heavy 6-1. There was a clock stoppage, so we.
Or you know what? I have an idea. And then I'll go to. And then. Yeah, it worked. It worked. And that's the way. If it could work, it'd be cool. Bruh. There you go, gotcha.
Well, we ended up in a 6-1 front. They ended up playing like a heavy 6-1. There was a clock stoppage, so we had a nickel run called, and then I don't know if there was a timeout or they called one, but it's a slipper naked that we've run pretty well. They played a 6-1 front with a kind of a 2-deep shell, so the run look was going to be hindsight. The initial sub run thought was a better decision.
There's a whole bunch of gibberish. Whole bunch of gibberish. Let's see it again. Cause I don't know what.
Well, we ended up in a 6-1 front. They ended up playing like a heavy 6-1. There was a clock stoppage, so we had a nickel run called, and then I don't know if there was a timeout or they called one, but it's a slipper naked that we've run pretty well. They played a 6-1 front with a kind of a 2-deep shell, so the run look was going to be, hindsight, the initial sub-run thought was a better decision.
Okay. But then, what else in the article does he say? He also says, I feel like we had momentum to go up 14 points after a game, but we had a good call. I think the feeling was, let's be aggressive. Payne said the Broncos should press. Seeing a Patriots play 6 man on the line. Yeah. Still think he should have gone for it. Still think he should have gone for the field goal. The way the game was going, the way I think the game was going to go. And then with the weather, you would have taken the points. You just would have taken the points no matter what was going on. You would have taken the points. But hindsight now, but I think that's what really cost them. And then I already talked about the fumble, and obviously I already talked about the interception. Let me see if I got my stuff. Now talking for the Patriots, I think they won with that field goal. Basically, they won by taking those 3 points in the third quarter. Let me see if we can find that. Hold up. Actually, I'm gonna find that. It's right here. It's on the play-by-play. This one. Actually, can y'all see that? Yeah. This field goal right here on the third quarter, that 16-play drive they did in the third quarter, that led all the way to 4th and goal on Denver's 5. Andy Borgales 23-yard field goal is what won the game. Made it 7-10, and then the blizzard happened. And actually, let's go look at the blizzard. Oh my goodness. Whole blizzard occurred, and you just couldn't see anything. And like I was saying, it was just impossible to see, bro. See if I can find it. I know the NFL just showed this, bro. I saw him do the. There you go. Look at this. This went first to the fourth quarter, I think, or third quarter, and then it got even worse. Where's no one? They had another one. Look at this. And they had the guys the leaf blowers on. Like, bruh. So it just got very worse at the end. It got really bad conditions. Nobody could do anything. But look at this. And this is the interception. Christian Gonzalez got it. Yeah, there's no sound on this.
No safety deep. Oh, here he goes. He can try to beat him with his legs. As Ellis runs after him, and May got there. Drake.
And that's the Drake May. So it was just horrible. But end of the day, Broncos get the dub. So shout out to them, I guess. Bro, sorry, bro. The chat is, bro, my chat is on my phone is getting crazy right now. Like they're disrupting me. But anyways. So the the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. They got their trophy. Congratulations to them. Now let's get on to the cinema.